Bismillah. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man tabi'a hudah. Amma ba'd, it's not going to be math, but has nothing to do with Tajweed, so don't be afraid. So the program for today, as I mentioned last week, we're going to be doing a review, and we could do the review through reading. We were supposed to read Surah Al-Kafirun today, and from 6:30 to about 7:30, and then the people that I named last week will be doing the test today, the first 6 people on the list. And then next week we're going to be starting at 6:30 with the next batch of people from 6:30 to 7, and we're going to do the lesson from 7 to 8. So we're going to reverse it next week. So next week we're going to be starting officially level 3. I will be emailing you the program for the level 3 and the homework. And of course, as we usually do, alaikum salam, we always start with something very simple, basic, when we start the level, a fresh level. So that's for the plan. As we all know, like Ramadan is not too far away. We have less than 2 months. Today is what, the 21st? 21st? Yeah, 22nd. So we have probably a month and 3 weeks or a little more. It's going to be like June 16th, 17th, maybe 18th. Yeah, about that much, yeah. So it's a good opportunity to start, reciting more and warming up for Ramadan. So we are on track to finish the level 3 about a week before Ramadan starts. So we'll be finishing level 3, and then during Ramadan you will have the opportunity to review and practice, so that after Ramadan finishes, we can do the test, and hopefully you would have practiced quite a bit during Ramadan, and you will have the opportunity to have a good mark. Yes?
You mean we continue to meet here during Ramadan?
No, during Ramadan there is no class. We'll finish level 3 before Ramadan, and we'll take a break until after Ramadan. And then after Ramadan, when we come back, we do the test, the level 3 test, and we'll start level 4. And then we'll go on to level 5. Right? So that's the plan, inshallah. To be able to finish before Ramadan, we shouldn't miss any week, basically. We have to go all the way through every week until June 10th.
How many levels after level 3?
We have 4 and 5.
How long?
About the same length, which is about 9 weeks or so, 8-9 weeks for both levels. So, as I said, this is a reminder that we should all start like reciting a little more Quran, so that we get warmed up to Ramadan. The story that I wanted to mention last week, and I forgot to mention it, is the story of Imam al-Nawawi, which I thought was very interesting in terms of seeking knowledge, and in terms of utilizing the time wisely. And also, it's a good opportunity to compare ourselves, if we can even make a comparison, to those kind of people. Imam al-Nawawi, he said about himself that for 2 years he didn't sleep horizontally. Can you imagine? He didn't sleep on a bed. So he used to do whatever he was doing, and whenever he's tired, he basically closes his eyes, and then when he opens them, he continues on. Right? It's like a non-stop. Can you imagine for 2 years? 2 years. Today they tell you that if you don't sleep 8 hours a day, right? And I personally don't believe in these kind of things, right? It is true that you have to sleep, right? But to say that when the time changes during the summer, during the winter, and during the spring, when you lose 1 hour, people are complaining, we lost 1 hour, and all, and all of that. But a lot of people from the Salaf, they used to sleep very, very, very little. Very, very little. And of course, they were not like nowadays. I mean, many people are basically playing games at night, right? But those people, they were utilizing their time wisely. Imam Nawawi, he died when he was, I think, 45 or 46 years old. But when you see how much, what he did in his life and how many books he wrote, it's just incredible. You think that this man lived probably 200 years to be able to write all this. Because remember, he had to seek knowledge first to be able to write those things. How much time did he spend seeking knowledge? How much time did he spend writing these books? He used to say that I don't drink water except before Fajr and after Isha. This is also incredible. And he used to eat very little. He said, because if you eat a lot, you need to use the washroom a lot. You're wasting time. If you drink a lot, you need to use the washroom a lot. You are wasting time. This is how they viewed it. He didn't have time to get married. He said that the only sunnah that he didn't practice is this. Is because they basically didn't have time. There's no time for anything else other than seeking knowledge and teaching and writing these volumes. This is just, when you hear these kind of stories, it motivates us to do more, right? And of course, we cannot say that we're going to compare ourselves to. I mean, this is something incredible to be able to compare to, but it is just an inspiration or a motivation.
Last night I listened to a story of Mu'adh bin Jabal.
Mm-hmm.
He entered Islam when he was 20 and he died when he was 36. And for just 16 years, he did a lot, as you said.
That's what,
And at that time, our Prophet told like 6 or 10 people to make fatwa in his time, because it is not easy to give fatwa during the Prophet's life or Prophet's life. And one of them was Mu'adh bin Jabal. So 16 years, as you said, maybe if you see the time, you cannot compare it with the history of what he did.
Yeah, today 16 years, what is 16 years?
Yeah.
16 years passes like a day. Right? After 16 years, a person will look back and see, he didn't achieve much. Yeah. One of the things that are also interesting is that when the angel comes to write the 4 things, when the person is in the womb of his mother, right? When this janeen, this fetus is in the womb of his mother, he writes the 4 things, and one of them is ajalu. But on the other hand, the Prophet ﷺ said that the ajal, or the time where the person dies, right, the appointed time, could be extended with the dua, with keeping relationship with the family and stuff like that. So the scholars, they may have differed on what it means really. Is it going to extend his life, or is it something else? Some of them said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put some barakah in the time, and we see it clearly in these kind of people, like we mentioned Imam Nawawi and others, that even though they lived a shorter life, but they were able to achieve more, right? Today, if one of us tries to recite, and I mentioned this before, if we try to read the Quran, finish it in 1 month, you will not find the time to do it. Right? It's going to be considered like a big achievement just to read it, not to memorize it. For most people. And those people back then, they used to finish it every 3 days. If a person today tries to finish the Quran every 3 days, he will not have time to do anything else. Like he will be like dedicated just to do this, and that's it. And he may be able to do it once, and that's it. He will just once. Those people, they used to do it every 3 days, like everything continues. So this is what they said. They said it will have like a barakah in their time. Like when you hear about these people finishing the Quran in Tahajjud, after Isha and before Fajr, finishing the whole Quran. No matter where you live in this earth, like if you pick the point where the day is the longest, or the night, I would say, is the longest, still, you would find that it's almost impossible to do for us. It's almost impossible. And those people, they used to read, obviously, slow and nice. Right? Not like just finish it, get it done. So this is also something that I thought was interesting. So last week we read Surah An-Nisa, Ayah 143. And we mentioned, or we wrote down the word ha'ula. I hope everyone understands by now, the word, for example, the word ha'ula, where it may seem to be attached, it may seem to be one word, but actually it's two words. The ha is by itself, and ula is by itself. And what that means, it means that one of them, the first one is mad munfasil, disconnected mad, and the other one is muttasil. Right? I hope everyone understood this part. Anybody has a question before we move on? About the mad or any other topic that we took in the past? Otherwise, we'll just maybe talk about certain things while we are reciting. Before we start reciting, maybe we'll write down a word that will come up in Surah Al-Kafirun. I will erase this before somebody solves it. So in Surah Al-Kafirun, one of the first words So this is how it is written in the Mus'haf. So anybody wants to tell us what we have here? Yes, I'm not sure who is talking. Brother Yahya? Where about?
In the word yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
All right. What's the proof that it is mad munfasil?
There's harful mid followed by a hamza in the next word.
All right. Which one is harful mad?
The one with that line thingy on it.
This one?
Yeah.
So it is followed by hamza in the next word.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what's the proof that it is harful mad?
Because it's an alif.
Because it's alif. Do you agree with him? You don't agree, Brother Muhammad? Brother Abdullah?
I agree with him, but for the case, why is it mid? Because it's happening. No, it's okay. The other,
So you agree with him or not?
yeah, I agree.
You agree with him? All right.
If it's other mid, you have to say like support and
The other huruf al-mad.
the other.
Yes. We said that this alif, which is harf al-mad, we don't have to mention. You could mention it, but you don't have to mention that it has a sukoon and fatha before it. And that's what Brother Yahya did. It is correct, Brother Yahya. Jazakallah khair. So it is correct. We have alif here, which is harf al-mad, followed by a hamza. And even though it looks like, it may appear like they are in the same word, but actually, ya, this ya is one word, and ayyuha is another word, or at least the hamza is in the next word. So ya is usually, it is called ya nida. It is used for calling somebody. It is used for calling somebody. If you say ya Ahmad or ya Ibrahim and so on, it's like you are calling the person. So as I mentioned last week, if you are reciting with a short mad munfasil, that means if you are doing 2 haraka, you will have to know if this is mad munfasil or not. Otherwise, you will be in trouble, right? Or you will have to have a reference. That means if you are listening to your reference, let's say Sheikh Al-Husari, for instance, you do what he does, basically. If he's doing 2 here, you make sure you do 2 here, right? And you don't have to know which one is which. As long as you memorize it like that, or you recite it as you heard it, then you will be correct. So in this mad, for a person who does a mad al-munfasil 2, then he will be doing 2. If he does it 4, then he will be doing 4. If he does 6, then he will be doing 6. So this is just a head start before we start reciting, in case you didn't know this. The rest is pretty straightforward. This is the only thing that may be confusing to some. That's why we mentioned it now. So we can start reciting, and if you have questions, we'll talk about them inshallah while we are reciting. And let's try to make it a little bit more challenging. Let's try to read it from memory instead of reciting it. Everybody memorizes this surah. The challenge here is that if you are used to making the mad al-munfasil 2, try to make it 4. If you used to make it 4, try to make it 2. It's up to you if you want to take the challenge. If you don't want to, that's fine. So let's recite it without the mushaf. Let's close the mushaf and recite it. And then let's start from Brother Mustafa. Two. You usually do.
Usually do it 4.
And what about the mad al-ard li-sukun?
Usually just goes 4.
All right. So you're going to be doing 2 for the munfasil and 4 for the mad al-ard li-sukun. And we have many judges here. All right. Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
All right. Jazakallah khair. Any comments? No comment? All right. The 2 haraka and the mad al-munfasil should have been just a tiny bit longer. Just a tiny bit longer. If you listen to the recording, you will see. If you go to Islam Way, I'm not sure about Islam Way because they constantly change the websites. If you go to Islam Way, if you open the page of Sheikh Mahmoud Khalil Husari, it will open with all his recordings, and you will be able to compare them. So if you click or you select, let's say Surah Al-Kafirun, you select it in Hafs, you select it in Qalun, and you select it in Mujawwad, and you select it in Murattal, and then you click play, so it will recite one after the other, and you will be able to compare, which is interesting to compare when he makes it short, when he makes it long. So that was something to consider, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Next, let's try Brother Ahmed. You want to? What do you usually do? You do it short? All right. You want to make it long now?
I'll try.
All right. If you could make it long, shall I give you one more challenge, or that's good enough?
I think it's enough.
All right. All right.
Making the العارض والسكون دو حركة is going to be very tough.
All right, so you're going to make the munfasil 4
Yeah.
because you usually make it 2.
Yeah.
And the arid al-sukun, you want to make it...
Yeah, I could try to do it too, but
No, you could make it 4 if you want. You usually make it 4?
I make it for it.
Okay, make it 4. That's fine. No, I was going to ask you to connect the ayat.
Oh, okay, fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, connect the ayat then.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم لكم دينكم ولي دين.
You missed one ayah. ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد. Do you want to go back? ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
The last two ayahs?
The last two, yeah.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
All right. Jazakallah khair. Any comments? All right. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair. Brother Muhammad. So what do you want to do? What do you usually do?
2 and 4.
2 and 4? All right. You want to do the same thing?
Try 4 and 2.
All right. 4 and 2 and connect the ayat or no?
No.
All right. 4 and 2 then.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Jazakallah khair. Good effort. Any comments?
I think I might have made it too short.
You made it too short. All right.
العوض السكون.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, you made it a little too short. Yes, but Slim.
Question. ولا أنا or ولا أنا.
That's another thing that I was going to mention. But before that, was there anything related to the Mad al-Munfasil? He missed 2 of them. You missed ما أعبد and ما أعبد. You didn't make them long. So you said ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد. This is how you said it. Because that's the Munfasil as well. You got the first one, you missed the second one. And the same ayah again. Because it's the same ayah repeating. And the word أنا has something like this on it. Do you know what it means?
Sure. Sure.
No, I mean the sign. What does the sign mean? Is it a sukun?
No.
It's not a sukun. It's a 0. Because the sukun, in this, at least in this mushaf, they don't write it like this. They don't write like a round sukun. So this 0 means, and it is written at the end of the mushaf, for those who have an actual mushaf, it means that you shouldn't make a mad tabi'i if you don't stop. So if you don't stop, you say وَلَا أَنَا عَابِدٌ as if there is no alif, right? But if you stop, then you say وَلَا أَنَا with the mad tabi'i because it's an alif. So the 0 means that you don't make mad if you don't stop. But if you stop, then you make the mad tabi'i. And this is something that I actually meant to mention with the word ya ayyuha. So it's good that you pointed out that mistake. Yes.
I do have another question. So you asked me to read 4 and 2 and to read continuously.
Yes.
So that means only in the last area he will do 2.
Yeah.
Because
Not
he's not stopping, right?
No, we didn't do it.
No, he didn't do continuously, but
Did you? But you asking him to do 4
4 and 2, yeah. But the mad arid al-sukun didn't apply except in the last ayah where he stopped. So because obviously the other ones,
What about the first?
except the kafirun and ta'budun,
Yeah.
and the last one, yeah. So the other ones they have no mad arid al-sukun. So there is basically the surah has 6 ayat, 3 of them have mad arid al-sukun at the end, and 3 don't. Yeah, jazakallah khair. All right, next is brother Abu Yahya. I have to give you something really difficult. We need to give you something really difficult. How do you usually read? How do you usually read? You don't read. You want to read it backwards? You want to read it backwards? I'm just kidding. What do you? How long do you make the mad al-munfasil?
والله يا شيخ هذا الموضوع غالبا الاول ما عنديش كونسنس يعني 4 والله ما
All right. All right. Let's try 2 and 4.
شو المنفصل عن 4
عارض السكون. Yes.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
So what do you think? Well, as you said, it was not consistent. It was not consistent. Like sometimes it's too long, sometimes it's too short, sometimes it's good. So listen to, as I said, listen to the Sheikh Husari, or if you prefer Manshawi, to get accustomed to the mad. And you have to pick. I mean, you either pick like 2 or 4, whatever you find more convenient. I recommend 2, but if you find it more convenient to make it 4, or if you memorize already so many ajza with 4, then you can stick to 4. Jazakallah khair. Brother Yahya. So what do you want to do, Brother Yahya?
I just will read 2.
All right, you want 2 and 4?
Only 2.
2, all of them?
Yep.
You want to connect the ayat?
No.
All right, 2 then.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الكافرون
قل. Unless.
يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Jazakallah khair. What is the rule in عابد ما عبدتم? عابد.
There's
إخفاء? What's the proof?
I mean, idgham.
What's the proof?
It's like there's a tanween followed by a meme.
So what do?
We make it wrong.
How long?
At least 2 haraka.
All right, did you do 2 haraka?
I think.
No. You didn't do 2 haraka. You didn't do 2 haraka because you were concentrating more on the mud. That's why you didn't put enough time on that one. So you said ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم like this. So you should have spent more time there. عابد ما. عابد ما. And the word أنتم also, you didn't spend enough time on it. ولا أنتم. ولا أنتم. All right, otherwise it was good, right, brothers? All right, nobody complained, inshallah. And you did better, yes. If that's what you mean. All right, Brother Baghdad. So what kind of challenge you want? 4 and 4?
Usually 4 and 4.
4? Okay, do 4 and 4 and connect the ayat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
You want to connect that one with the last one? ولا أنتم.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد
لكم دينكم ولي دين. ولا أنتم Repeat again. ولا أنتم عابدون.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
جزاك الله خير. What kind of mistakes did he do? Yes. أعبد. Yes, that's the last one you did. You were supposed to connect all of them, but you didn't. أعبد. So ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم. أعبد, not أعبد. And also the word أنتم. ولا أنتم. You missed the first one. Second one you tried to get it, but you missed the first one. The mad was good. I don't know if you agree. The mad overall was good. Just the ikhfa that you missed, and the word a'budu. Was there anything else? Yeah, I mentioned before that the ra of kafirun is strong, and I think I mentioned it to you. قل يا أيها الكافرون, not run. So it is a strong ra. We'll have the rules of ra in level 3, inshallah. 3 weeks of the rules of ra. Jazakallah khair. Brother Sajjad, I missed you. Go ahead. So what?
4 and 4.
So you want to do 2 and 4?
Sure.
All right, do 2 and 4, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
جزاك الله خير. Any comment? All right, the ra of kafirun is strong. I think that's the only thing maybe that I may have noticed. Jazakallah khair. Let's see here, brother. Brother Slim. 2 and 4. That's what you usually do. Make it more challenging.
4 and 4.
Do 4 and 4 because you always read with 2, right? So make it 4 and 4 or 4 and 2. 4 and 4. All right.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
Rajim or Jim.
رجيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ ولا أعوذ؟
أعوذ.
أعوذ. Brother Ahmed is beside you, he will know. Is he doing it okay?
فيها شيء من الدال يعني.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
He's saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But it has the.
He will deal with you in the masjid, inshallah. Catch him. All right, go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Jim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Jazakallah khair. What do you think? It's okay? It's not good. The ikhfa of antum, I don't know, Brother Ahmed was closer. Was it? It has an issue, right? Yeah. Antum. What I heard is that I heard a noon in it. So you are saying antum like this. As we said, the noon, the tongue shouldn't touch anything. Right, when you say it, antum like this, not antum. When you say an, we hear the noon. The timing was good, but the sound was not, needs a little bit of improvement, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Brother Abdullah. So, what do you want to do, Brother Abdullah?
Maybe do 4 and 4.
All right, then you want to do 2 and 4 or 2 and 2?
2 and 4.
2 and 4. All right, go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Jazakallah khair. What do you think? I think it was just a tiny bit short. The mad al-munfasil. Just a tiny bit. So it should be like a titch longer. The mad al-ardi sukun was good. And the ra of al-kafirun. Because in the dialect in many countries we tend to say it with the soft ra. Right? We tend to say it with the soft ra in the dialect. That's why it transfers here. But here al-kafirun, al-kafirun. All right. Jazakallah khair. Next is Brother Ibrahim. I missed you. After him, inshallah. Go ahead. 4 and 2? How do you usually read? Maybe 2 and 2? All right. So you're going to do 4 and 2?
Yeah.
All right, 4 and 2. Watch him. 4 and 2.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون
Khair. Any comments? Yes, Brother Slim.
I think the first Ahmad was short, and then the second one, I think.
Yeah, you mean the first ayah of Ma'abud, yeah. Yeah, that's true. We mentioned it earlier. I think it was Brother Muhammad. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. The same ayah. We started it well, but then when you say مَا أَعْبُدُ, you didn't make it long enough. You said وَلَا أَنْتُمْ, and then you said مَا أَعْبُدُ. Because they are both mad munfasil. So one of them was 4, the other one was like 2. And you repeated it again in the next ayah, because it's the same ayah. So it's the same mistake twice. And the second ayah, لا أعبد ما تعبدون, also the mad was not long enough. Because when you started, you said قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ, it was okay. But then when you said لا أعبد, you didn't make it long enough. And of course, this is the purpose behind practicing this, especially when you are not looking at it, because it's more challenging when you don't have it in front of you. It's more challenging. As I said at the beginning of the Tajweed course, once you reach a level where you read it from memory, the same way you read it from a Mus'haf, then it's basically you are done. You're almost done with Tajweed. Yeah, you would have reached like a very good level, because it's very rare. I personally haven't met many people, and I met a lot of people who know a lot about Tajweed. I haven't met a lot of people who can do this. Read it from memory the same way as read it from the Mus'haf. Because usually from the Mus'haf it's much easier, so there will be like less mistake, more perfection. But from memory, it's at best they will have a good level, but it's not going to be the same as reading it from the Mus'haf. And of course, at worst, you will find people who read from the Mus'haf like very nice, but then when they stand up or they lead people in Salah, you will find that it's a lot of mistakes, big difference, huge difference. Yeah, when this happens, then we have a problem. In psychology, it reminded me of something that is not related, but in psychology, they say that there is the real self, and there is the ideal self, right? The ideal self. The real self is how you are as a person, and the ideal self is how you want to be. Islamically, a person wants to be more pious, wants to be more practicing and all that. So that's the ideal self. But the real self may not be exactly the same. They say that the biggest the difference, the bigger the problems. Right? And it makes sense. If the difference between the real self and the ideal self is huge, then there will be a lot of psychological problems. And the narrower the difference, the better. And of course, that means also that a person may not reach perfection, or a person may always think that he could reach a certain level that's not very realistic. Sometimes a person may dream of certain things that may never happen. So to shorten that gap is important. All right, Jazakallah khair, Brother Ibrahim. Brother Hanif, sorry, I missed you there. Go ahead. So what do you want to do? 4 and 4? That's how you read usually? So put something more challenging.
2 and 2.
Or you want to at least connect the ayat?
4 and 6.
4 and 6? And connect the ayat or not? All right, 4 and 6 and connect the ayat.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا
You can go back. You can go back to ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم if you want.
ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
What do you think? All right, just the wow. Just make sure the teeth, the front teeth, don't touch the upper lips. Yes. I know usually you don't have this problem, but now when you read it like this, of course, because it's more challenging, so it was not like a very clear wow. Right? Jazakallah khair. Oh, okay, who else did we miss? We missed Brother Adil, Brother Ahmed. Say again? Yes, Brother Adil first, and then Brother Ahmed, and then Brother Salman. Brother Adil first. So what do you want to do, Brother Adil?
I usually do 4 and 4.
You usually do 4 and 4? So you want to do something...
4 and connect the ayat.
4 and 4 and connect the ayat? All right. Easy? You want something easy? All right, 4 and 4 and connect the ayat.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا
ولا أنتم عابدون you missed it.
أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
All right, mashallah. Any comment? Like, huh?
It was hard.
It was hard. Mashallah. He can do it, I guess. He has the experience. Last time he read with 6 haraka and he didn't stop. Mashallah. Now I was thinking when a person is leading salah and he would make a mistake in this ayah, people, they don't know how to correct him. They would say, لا أعبد ما تعبدون. Which one? ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم. Like I think one day, either me or somebody else made a mistake here, and nobody could correct. Like we just finished the salat, and it was like a lost case. All right, brother. What did I say? Brother Ahmed, and then Brother Salman. Yes. So what do you want to do, Brother Ahmed?
I want to do 4 and 2.
4 and 2? All right. Usually you do 2 and 2. You sure?
4 and 2.
2 and 4. So you're going to do 4 and 2?
4 and 2.
4 and 2. All right.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Make the shadda more clear. Ar-Rahmani Ar-Rahim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
More.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Few issues. First issue is the ra of kafirun. We said it's stronger. Kafirun, and you were not consistent in the mad al-munfasil. Some of them were 4. You wanted to do them 4, right?
Yes.
So some of them were 4, but some of them were shorter, like in the last ayah or the ayah before last. You said wala antum, and of course you had an issue with the ikhfa antum. And abidum, so we say abidum. We don't say abidun ma. Abidum. Right, like this, Abidum. I didn't hear this meme, Abidum. All right, good effort. Jazakallah khair. Brother Salman? So what do you want to do, Brother Salman?
I don't really know in what I do usually.
You told me that you usually like do them the same, the munfasil and the muttasil?
Yeah. The mud sign, I try to keep them all.
Keep them all the same?
Yeah, sometimes maybe 4 or like 2.
All right. Let's try to do them the same, and we will be the judge if they are the same or not.
Okay.
All right, that's your challenge for today. Jazakallah khair.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Jazakallah khair. So what are the mistakes for Brother Salman?
Again, the math.
Yes, exactly. That will make it today the most common mistake. If we count it as the most common mistake in the ayah number 3, ayah number 5, it's the same ayah. وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. There is mad munfasil at the beginning and mad munfasil towards the end. One of them you made it 4, the other one you made it 2. And you did it again in ayah number 5. And this happened more than once today. And of course it's obvious for us because we are expecting the same. This is what we were expecting. So if they are not the same, they will right away we will notice. So that will make it the most common mistake. This surah, if you are in a rush, would you read this surah? If you want to like pray and run, would you read Surah Al-Kafirun? Who reads Surah Al-Kafirun usually? You read Surah Al-Kafirun? If you are in a rush? Yeah? All right. Most people, if they are in a rush, they will not read Surah Al-Kafirun. Right? Because most people, they would make the mad long. But if you make the mad long, then you are not in a rush. Right? So, but if you make it short, then the whole surah, I was so happy when I heard, when I was small, I heard that you can make this mad short. I was so happy because this surah, you can read it and you can review it and you can use it more often because you can make it short with 2 harakah. Right? قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ لَا أَعْبُدُ مَا تَعْبُدُونَ. Right? Instead of قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ. You have to have time. If you are in a rush, you will not pick it. Right? Compared to وَالْعَصْرِ or إِنَّا أَعْطَيْنَاكَ الْكَوْثَرِ or those short ones that seem to take less time because they don't have mads. Right? Like Surah Al-Asr doesn't have like mad muttasil or mad munfasil. Right? Or قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ doesn't have any mad muttasil or munfasil, so it's kind of fast flowing. All right, any questions? Yes. Brother Nasser, did I miss Brother Nasser? Yeah, I did. Sorry. Let me take the question and then Brother Nasser. Sorry, Brother Nasser. I did. Yes.
It was about, I guess, the Surah Al-Muathin, but you want me to ask after? Specifically in Belrana.
Yes.
I heard the Husari read it without the sector.
Yes.
It said Barwana.
Yes, we mentioned it. You can refer back to the videos that we recorded, even though the sound is not very good in those videos, the first 3 or 4 videos. The sector is only found in this qira'ah, which is qira'at Hafs and Asim, and only in through certain chains, not all of them. So the chain that I recite from, and also the Sheikh Husari, the one, the recording from the Ida al-Masriya, the Egyptian radio, where he makes the mad al-munfasil short, then he doesn't make a sakta. And that's also a reference. So there is no sakta at all. Not in Al-Mutaffifin, not in Al-Qiyamah, and nowhere else. So he would say, كَلَّا بَرَّانَ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ كَلَّا بَرَّانَ عَلى قُلُوبِهِمْ. So that is correct. Yes, Brother Nasser. So what do you want to do, Brother Nasser? 4-2. 4-2? What do you usually do? What is normally for you? 4?
I don't do any better because I haven't tried before.
You don't have time?
No, I did not know that rule before.
Oh, you didn't know?
I haven't studied it.
All right. So you want to do 4 and 2? So 4 مد منفصل and 2 مد العارض للسكون. All right. Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنا عابد
ولا أنتم ولا أنتم
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
جزاك الله خير. The mad al-ard al-sukun was a tiny bit longer than 2 haraka. I don't know if you agree with me. And the mad al-munfasil, you started well, but then it was not consistent, especially when you got to وَلَا أَنْتُمْ عَابِدُونَ مَا أَعْبُدُ. This is the common mistake that we mentioned today. مَا أَعْبُدُ, you made it short, too short. But then the next ayah that is similar to this one, or the same ayah, you made it better, but it was still shorter than 4, shorter than the other ones. And the word al-kafirun, we said the ra is stronger, mufakhama, the ra, kafirun. And the ikhfa in the word antum, the ikhfa was not there at all. The timing was not there, and the pronunciation was not there. So we have to say wala antum, and make it like 2 haraka. And also abidum ma. All right. So let's inshallah review it, listen to it. As I said in the websites that are found in the course description, you will have the opportunity to compare different way of reciting this, so that it gives you an idea of what the timing is supposed to be. Now, we basically finished right on time. Any questions before we close? So today we have 6 people doing the exam. Next week, so today we have Brother Abdullah, Brother Adil, Brother Ahmed, Brother Baghdad, Brother Hanif, and Brother Ibrahim. No, you are next week.
Yeah.
Next week or the following?
The week after.
The week after. All right. Next week at 6:30 we have Brother Muhammad, Brother Mustafa, Brother Nasser, Brother Sajjad, Brother Yahya, and Abu Yahya. That's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. The following week. If there is time, we can. The week after, because the week after we have Brother Slim and Sister Aya, right? And we have Brother Luqman, and we have Brother Salman as well. And we may have Brother Mahmoud as well, and maybe 1 or 2 others. So if you want, if there's time next week, you can do it. If not, then all right. Okay, so we can close now if you don't have questions, and only the people who have tested can stay and will. Yes, brother.
Can you read Surah Al-Kahf?
Yes. All right. So what's the challenge for me today?
2 and 4.
2 and 4. All right.
هو في العادة يقرأ بقصر المنفصل.
Yeah.
2 and 4, sorry, 2, 4 and
2,
2.
4?
4 and 2.
4 and 2. Yeah, the challenge for me will be 4 and 2, like you said, because I usually read 2 and 4. So I do 2, I do like 4 and 2. All right. Continuously? I think continuously is probably easier. That's why most people were choosing it. Yeah. All right. So 4 and 2. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. So, no problems? All right. All right, جزاكم الله خير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.